Hey, what's up? It's this Big League with Hustler Spirit. Yeah, y'all know what time it is. What's up, Fleece?
How you doing, my brother?
Doing good, man. You doing all right?
I'm making it.
Okay.
I'm making it.
Okay. We was talking about how the dangers of prison, how easy it is for people to get killed, and it's really a blessing to even make it out. So, go ahead and tell your story on.
I want to tell my story.
Okay.
I wasn't alive when slavery was out. You know, when they had slaves in America. I didn't get to see all that. I read about it, heard about it. But when I went to prison in the 70s, I saw it in the penitentiary. How white people were. They had that penitentiary they sent me to. They had all the blacks in there intimidated. The white boys and the guards running around calling people niggas in their face. They didn't have no rights down there. They wasn't fighting them. They wasn't fighting back. They were scared to death. Just like them blacks was back in the days of slavery. Scared to death. Scared to stand up for yourself. I come out of Louisville. So, I tell myself, they can run around and talk all the shit they want. But when one of them talking in my face, it's going to be a battle. And that's how it happened. I fought these people, all them white people, in their system by myself. I ain't asked for no help, backup, or nothing. I whooped their ass. So here's what I want people to know about prison. It's easy to go to, but it's hard to get out of. If you got any type of respect, morals, or values, or things you try to hold on to, you cherish, you go to prison, you have to give it up to survive, to make it. And somebody asked me the other day ago, said, this girl said she got a boyfriend in prison. She want me to ask you, should she wait on him? Let me tell you something about your loved ones locked up. They're going through hell. Prison is a bad place to go to. You go in there, it's like I said, it's easy to go in, hard to get out of. It's dangerous in there. You don't know when you're going to get disrespected. This is how dangerous it is. Picture yourself, you got a gay phobia. You don't like the gay stuff. You don't want to see it, talk about it, hear it. But you right across from somebody that is gay. That when you raise up out of your bed, you see somebody standing at his door pumping him in the butt. And picture in prison, it's like, I saw this in prison. Families and loved ones is leaving their loved ones for dead in the penitentiary. They ain't doing nothing for them. Tell them, I'm tired of it. We told you don't get in trouble, you get in trouble. Now you got to look out for yourself. That's bad. Because now they got a thing for their own. They got to walk around trying to figure out how they're going to get enough money to buy stuff to survive on. Deodorant, food, this and that. Prison food ain't good. You can't live off it. So they run around stealing in the penitentiary. They'll steal your soap dish, your socks, your shoes, anything. You leave out, they're going to steal it. It is bad in the penitentiary. The rules, the regulations, Picture this. You go to prison, inmates will be standing right there when they strip you naked. They're going to tell you to squat. Now you got inmates looking right in back of you, watching you squat. Then the guard will tell you take both hands and spread your cheeks and cough 3 times. And every time you cough, your booty hole goes. And people be sitting on it. They be like, God damn, who's that, man? And then the person squatting, you got some of them guards to be nasty. He said, hold up, you didn't do that right, do it again. He's trying to give inmates a chance of watching this other inmate spread his butt. You know, you in the squatting position, you gotta lift your cheeks up in the air where you see the booty hole. That's how they do you when you first go to prison. So you marked from there. If you got a nice looking butt and all this stuff, yeah. That's gonna be all over the yard, man. He squatted, spread his cheeks. Oh my God. Man, it looks juicy up in there, bro. I gotta get him. I want him. All that stuff. See, they try to shame you when you go into prison. The only thing that helped us in prison was the Supreme Court of the United States. They came out with a case, a landmark case. When I say landmark pertains to all states, cities, and towns. It means whatever ruling the Supreme Court ruled, it applies in all states, all cities, all towns. So they had, when I first went to prison, it's like we didn't have no rights. They can treat us any way they wanted to. But they had a case come out of Arkansas called Huddle, Hutto versus Finney, Finney. You can Google it up on your phone, Huddle versus Finney, Arkansas case, and it was dealing with a totality situation, because the Supreme Court don't take no cases unless they take a totality, you know, like prison cases. It got to be a totality. What I mean by totality, it got to be more than just a complaint. It got to involve some very challenging, unconstitutional rights. Got to be involved. 8th Amendment rights, cruel and unusual punishment. 14th Amendment. It got to be, you know, like that. So, in this particular prison in Arkansas, they was killing inmates, burning them. Inmates was guards. You wouldn't get fed. None of that stuff. If they didn't like you, they didn't give you shit. So Supreme Court came out with a ruling that told all the states that inmates do have a right. They don't leave their rights at the front door when they go to prison. That these rights has got to be protected and enforced. So that's what changed the penal system. See, the system that was in place when I first came to prison in the 70s, you got different administrations. You got whoever was in power then, they ain't in power now. The people in power then was racist. They stepped on your rights. They didn't care about your rights. It went all the way from the 70s to the 80s. Supreme Court came out with a ruling saying we do have rights as an inmate, as an American in the Constitution, enforceable. So now all the guards that was walking around beating inmates with billy clubs, stomping over their rights, tearing up our mail. They used to tear your mail up, read your mail. You didn't have no rights. So now the administration we got now is different. They got to go by the law now. And it's still bad, though. We still get a lot of racist people in the penitentiary and stuff. But here's the main thing I want to tell you. From jail all the way to the prison is hard. But what I don't understand is this. You take an inmate in prison, give him a job, the highest paid job in our, I think it's about $120 a month. The other jobs is like, the average job, you get paid $16 a month. You know, to work in the gym, to work as a janitor, to work in the laundry. You know, kitchen jobs are like $35 a month. You get to work in the kitchen. And these jobs ain't easy, they hard. I mean, when I say hard, I mean hard. When you get off from work, you know you don't work. But what I don't understand, you got inmates that are laying in prison and work for $35 a month for years. Get out on the streets, somebody try to give them a real paycheck, they don't want it. You did it in prison for $35 a month. Work harder than this. See, you can always hear conflicting stories from people coming out of prison. A lot of them come out lying. They come out not wanting to change. The difference between me and them is this: I came out a changed person. I survived all that. I fought them. I fought all the way to the last day till they threw me out. The average person can't do that, though. I got lucky or whatever, blessed by God. But if you have any thoughts about doing wrong, think again. You know, people ask me, they said, man, when you was in penitentiary police, you did a lot of stuff in there that I consider disrespectful as a human being. I didn't try to sugarcoat it, lie from it, or nothing. I said, you're right, I did. I said, you know why? He said, why? I said, because when you go in prison, if somebody got a system set up where they can take your respectability, take away your respect. Remember what I said. When a person take away your self-respect, what do you think's gonna be there? You ain't gonna have no respect for nothing. The respect that you just had in you to respect people, policies, rules, regulations, has been taken from you. All that type of respect from the way that you have been treated has been taken from you. How you think I felt when the guards running my cell, just because I have a complaint, handcuff me, go in my cell, take out my mattress, my sheet, my blanket, my toilet paper, all my reading materials, all my hygiene items, socks and underwear, put me back in the cell butt naked on a cold steel bed just because I had a complaint. Strip me of my self-respect, man. People walking past my cell, I'm sitting in there naked. And when you take away people's self-respect, they ain't got no respect. And that's why I ain't have no respect for nobody. Did what I want. You know, we live in a country called America. We have one of the best constitutions in the world. Our American Constitution is none like it. The only problem is we don't have people in power willing to enforce it. You know, our rights. You know, Thomas Jefferson, in case you didn't know, before they even signed the Declaration of Independence, all that stuff, he said, I ain't gonna sign it until y'all sign an agreement under the Bill of Rights that these rights are rights that the government can't take, can't no courtroom take it, can't no president take it, senators, congressmen. Y'all sign off on this, and I sign the Constitution. And they signed in on it. So, but here's the problem. You got a lot of people in power that don't want to respect that. See, there was a time in this country where the Supreme Court, the highest court in the land, came out with a ruling. I read the ruling. Blacks don't have no rights what a white man is bound to respect. They declared us not even a part of the Constitution. That was back there, way back in them days, right? But now we have a Supreme Court that claims to honor the Constitution and enforce the rights of the people, you know, to be protected. So, I'm in prison raising hell. I'm fighting them. So they hired people to come in and break me, because they couldn't do it. They hired this man called Captain Travis, 21 years veteran, military. His line of work in the military was interrogation. You know how you catch the enemy, you break them. You break them, make them talk. Where y'all got the stuff? Who else is involved? So they hired this man to come in and break me. A specialist in interrogation. Captain Travis, white man. He came and told me straight up. They sent for me to come in here and break you. I looked at him. I said, let me tell you something. White man. The best thing you can do is go home to your wife and kids. Retire. You retire from the military, I heard. Enjoy your retirement. Messing with me, you'll lose your life. I told him that. Well, the battle went on. And this is the type of stuff he did to me. See, I used to practice, you know, they kept me in a hole so long, and out of boredom, I sit there and hold my breath as long as I can. You know, just, I used to do it every day, all day, to see how long I can hold my breath. Just a little practice, you know.
How long did you get to?
I don't know, I ain't have a watch, but it was a long time. And, see, you ain't allowed watches and stuff in the hole. So, but it was a long time, and this Captain Travis came in, and he put these things up on my eyes like his, well, my eyelid couldn't shut. It had a big old spotlight shining in my eyes, right?
How long did that last?
Shit, about 3 days. And he said every time he tried to go to sleep, throw a bucket of ice water on him. And this little big T guy named Blick, Sergeant Blick, Bugs Bunny, I could never, out of everybody I got back, I could never get him back. He was too. He's slick. He's just like Bugs Bunny. You can't catch him. But back to the story. When they came to that stuff, waterboarding, when they laid this thing, it's rig over my face. I took a deep breath. Well, the first time I didn't know what it was. And it almost got me the first time. I said, oh, that's what they doing. So they was talking. I'm listening to them while they talking. You know, I coughed up a lot of water and shit. Shit went in my nose. My nose was stinging. It was burning. I said, damn, what they trying to do? Kill me? I said, I got a trick for them. So when I knew they was getting ready to pour the next water, I took a deep breath, because I can hold my breath for a long time. I did close my eyes like that, and they were pouring that water. So I got to make it seem real, make them think they really doing something. I said, like that. Then they started talking to me. So I said, I like it. I said, why don't you do it again? He said, do it again. I held my breath. But they didn't know I was holding my breath. All the time they pouring that water. And then I go, like it done went down my nose and stung all it. It didn't affect me. So I got through that. Now that thing holding my eyes open, I hated that, man. And that cold water, that feels just like a electric shock. You know, you sat there, and then a big bucket of cold water hits. Oh, I mean, it's unexplainable, but I endured it. This shit went on and on. Captain Travis used to take my hands, handcuffed it to the bars over here. Take my right leg, handcuffed it to the bottom bars over here. Take his leg and handcuffed it to the bed leg off the bed. Have me all stretched out like that for hours. They said 3 hours. The nurse come down there. They let her in the cell. She do all this shit. She said, he's all right. How's I'm all right? And you see the way they got me. But I endured it. And this Captain Travis had orders that he lived right across the street from the prison. He had orders that anytime I act up, only person supposed to deal with me is him. Because that's what he was, you know, chosen to do. So I said, you know what? I got something for his ass. Since he wants to be the only one to deal with me, so I will wait until like 2 in the morning, go off. They're gonna have to call him, wake him up. He's gonna get out of bed, come over, do all that military bullshit. The military is stupid. And then he'll go back home. And I said, okay. I'm gonna give him 3 hours. I'm gonna break out of all this stuff they got me in. I'm gonna break out of it, and I'm gonna turn it up again and make him get up and come back over here. I can only get 4 hours of sleep a day, and I'm fine. Men like him, they want 10 to 12 hours a day. He ain't gonna get it. He'd be lucky to get 2 hours messing with me. And that was my strategy right there. You know, I developed a strategy to fight back. So, it went back and forth, man. And I'm telling you, the pain, the torture he was putting on me, even with food. I be sitting there waiting on food. They walk right past my cell. I say, hey, hold up, man. You didn't give me a tray. And the guard will tell me, you didn't get one. So they use food as punishment, which is a 8th Amendment violation to the Constitution. You can't do that, but they did. So this stuff kept going back and forth, and I'm ready to tap out. I ain't gonna lie. This military man done put some stuff on me, man, that it was wearing me down. It was wearing me down. I'm ready to call a truce. I'm done. So I sent for him. And guards were glad to hear it too, because he was like they hero, a white, what you call him, he was a white hero to the white guards down there. I can't think of the other word, but he came over, and I'm getting ready to tell him, man, with tears in my eyes, man, I'm done, man. I can only take so much as a human. This man is using military torture to break me, and I'm almost there. He made one mistake, though. Captain Travis, anybody in his family that knows him, if you reading this and hearing it, you know he smoked Camel non-filter cigarettes. Camel non-filters. He came over, he said, you asked to see me. I said, yes, sir. He took a cigarette out. Did this like that. Took and, I got a light. Took and, he lit it, and he did like this. Soon he lit it, he went, and he stepped out the door. I said, oh, shit. Something is wrong with his heart. So when he turned the corner, come back in, he said, what you want to see me about? I spit in his goddamn face. I said, I told you, leave me alone, man. Go home to your family, because if you don't, I'm going to bust your goddamn heart. Let me tell you what happened. That same day, they had a black lieutenant named Lieutenant Mitchell. Big booty Lieutenant Mitchell. He's a man, though. All the inmates used to see him walk down the hall and say, oh, God, I want that. And he came through hollering, men, Captain Travis just died. Captain Travis died. Why you gonna tell inmates that? They was how good is dead, all that shit. See, I knew better, though. Because he was like a hero to the guards, and guards would kill over him. And that was their hero. And when they got to my cell, I said, what happened? He said, Captain Travis died right here in the penitentiary. I said, what happened to him? He said his heart burst. Just what I told him. Leave me the fuck alone, man. They said he was in the military and he got some shrapnel, something in his, he got wounded with something in his chest, and he had a hole in his heart or something like that. That's what the nurse told me. And so, I'm not going to say good is dead, because them guards is going to go crazy, right? They're going to punish anybody that talk against him. I said, man, I'm sorry to hear that. I said, even though me and him fought, the way we fought, I had a lot of respect for him. I ain't had shit for him. Good. I'm telling you right now, fuck him. That man tortured me, violated all my rights. My Constitution, civil rights, man. Put me in torment, took all that military stuff and used that torture on me. I survived it, he died. Okay, then you come up with another one. Lieutenant Ezel. He was like one of them Gunsmoke types. He was like 6'5", like Gunsmoke, real tall, lanky, or fight anybody. And one day, me and the guard fell out. And so they can move me from the walk in the hole to the dungeon in the hole. So they handcuffed me. They came out with a new policy that any guard that you have a problem with, if once he writes you up, he can't, when they ride for you, he can't be one of them involved in it because he made a report. So when they were leading me off the wall, my hands was handcuffed behind the back. And when I walked past that guard, I spit on him. I said, "Two, bitch." So it's easier. He grabbed the chain that was hooking my ankles together and snatched it. I can't break the fall because I'm handcuffed behind the back. When I hit the ground, my chin hit the floor and swelled up like this. I'm talking about swole, man. And then he took me, the guard grabbed the shackles, and then another guard went up under my armpits and picked me up. And when they was going the step down there, they did me like that, rocked me back and forth. 1, 2, 3, and just pitched me up in the air. That's how I went down the steps. When I came out of that little pitch, boom, I hit the steps and went rolling. Then they ran down there, and this Ezel took his billy club. It was trying to chop me in the face with it, but I kept moving my head. And then a guard grabbed him, man. He was trying to kill me, man. But you know what? I'm going to put it to you like this. An inmate, which a lot of you going to say it was me. I'm not going to say it, but I'm going to tell you the story. An inmate took a plastic tube out of an ink pen, blowed all the ink out, took toilet paper, made it like a little thin string, and cleaned it out. Took a mouse, killed it, and took the shit bag out of the mouse. Took a piece of cotton, put it over that little ink pen tube, and sucked the stuff up in there, and the cotton was back there to stop it from getting in your mouth, right? And set it. And one day, that inmate was going to the disciplinary, and he got right there by Ezel. Ezel was on the phone. He had it in his mouth, stuck it in his ear, and went, and motherfucker backhanded, BAM! Inmate went to the floor. He said he put something in my ear. And them guards were looking for it. They didn't know what it was. Never found it. 18 months later, he had to go to the hospital. He had an infection up in his brain, and he died. What do you think about that? And let me tell you another one. They used to hire people to come in and break me. And they end up getting broke, messing with me. They use all kinds of torture. They used to throw my legal stuff away. When they come in there and empty my cell, I had a big pile of legal paper. They take it and just throw it out there in the house. And sweep it and throw it away. I said, y'all can't do that, man. I got a constitutional, they don't care about no constitution or nothing. And when I realized that, here's my position. We got a Supreme Court now that's supposed to be different from the Supreme Court back in the days when they was racist. Now we got a Supreme Court that still like to turn and look the other way when they get a complaint about what guards is doing, the violation of constitutional rights. They know what's going on in these prison systems, and the Supreme Court is giving really a little leeway to the correctional officials to get away with this shit that they do to inmates, right? They torture the hell out of me. And when I realized that the courts, you can't go to the courts no more. Cause they ain't they don't like inmates. They the ones sent the inmates to the penitentiary, the damn court. So imagine taking your case back to a court. You know, when they said exhaust your remedies when you file a lawsuit, I mean, your state remedies got to be exhausted first, which means that you got to take your complaint and file it in a state court, and then if they don't give you redress, then it goes into the federal court. So, and when they ain't respecting it through the 1983 Civil Rights Act, I said, you know what? Why do I keep on running to white people to defend me, to defend my Constitution rights? And they got the system set up where I won't get respected, so I fought. I said, you know what? The hell with the courts. Anybody else? I even contacted them black civil people, NAACP. I had a thing where I didn't like them. I didn't like what they stood for. They work more with the white people against their own kind. You know, they tell me, we can't help you. I said, why not? Because you fighting them. I said, if you help me, what you gonna do? They said, we're gonna fight them. I said, well, what's the difference? We're gonna fight them legal, according to the Constitution. You fighting them physical. I can't stand them black people. A lot of wrong happened to me. It was allowed to happen. All this stuff I went through, I wouldn't even have to go through it. All the girls that I fought, I wouldn't even have to fight. Had I had help from the NAACP, they wouldn't help nobody. They not gonna help you, they can't make money off of you. If they can't take your case in court and win up some millions, they don't want the case. They don't want it. So that's why I fought back, man. I said, fuck it, I don't need nobody. I'm gonna have to fight these people. Because everybody that I go to seeking help, the courts, they ain't helping. These guards coming in my cell, taking all my legal stuff and tearing it up, throwing it away. So I fought them. Yeah, I want to talk about this particular warden named Warden Ashley. Yeah, he's a white man, but he had like a curly afro. I don't know why he got like that. But he didn't like inmates, and he didn't like black people. So one day, they were sending me from a maximum security prison to a reformatory to get a psychological evaluation. So I'm up there in the administration building, waiting on my transport to come and get me. And they had this lady up there. I'm trying to figure out her name, but she was fine, white girl. big old fan body. But I'm sitting there watching her. He came out of the senior captain's office. She walked up. She walked up on him, and they got to talking. I didn't hear what they said. She smacked the fuck out of him. Took her hand. It's his wife. His wife is home. This lady took her hand and smacked his face. I started laughing. You know what he did?
What?
Motherfucker came over, told me I ain't going nowhere but to the hole. He was mad because I saw it and I laughed about it, right? I used to see guards in there all the time. They get in fights down there in Eddyville. Guard would come on, he said, I said, where's Rogers at? He said, Lieutenant Rogers said he got in a fight yesterday. I said, with who? Another officer? I said, why? He said, I better not talk about it. I said, man, you can tell me. Now, we talk now. Don't be like that. If you don't tell me, then I'm going to tell everybody you bringing me cigarettes. So tell me. And he told me, Rogers had sex with this girl's wife that was working on. She worked up in the administration building as secretary. And he's black. Rogers is. He went in there, did her, got caught. That lady's husband found out about it, and they fought out there in the parking lot. Just because they wearing a suit and a badge, it don't mean shit. It's just like the time when I went on trial for first degree assault, first degree robbery, and first degree bail jump. I was my own lawyer. They thought I was crazy. I'm in the courtroom in Louisville, Kentucky, criminal court, trial. And they told me, defense counsel, would you like to cross-examine the witness? It was a police officer. And I cross-examined him. I asked him how long he'd been a police officer. He said 28 years. I said, I'm impressed. I said, what I want you to tell the jury today is how many lies have you told in this life? He said, well, I said, have you ever told a lie? Now, we at trial. He know if he said no, that's a lie. And if he said yeah, him being a police with the bed shining, that's even worse. I said, as a child, how many lies have you told? He said, a few. Teenager, few. As an adult, a few. I said, what about as a police officer? He said, not in the performance of my... I said, look, just answer a question, yes or no. Have you ever lied as a policeman? He said, yes. I said, so, if you take all the lies you told, combine them together, when you say you told a lot of lies in this life, he said, yes, and you expect the jury to believe you. I said, Your Honor, may defense counsel approach the bench. This man has told the court he's an habitual liar. I can't see any relevancy of his testimony. The judge said, I can't either. It's the reason I won the case. It don't matter what they were. You can strip them of all that. It's just like up in the president, right now it's all over the news. The president's son, dope, women. Man, they doing corruption from the White House all the way down. So me, everybody want to know why I didn't just go do my time and accept it. I'm going to tell it to you like this. I'm not a slave. All right? I'm not a slave. I'm not accepting shit. I wouldn't even accept slavery. So you think I'm gonna accept somebody doing me wrong, torturing me, violating my constitutional rights? And then what made me fight back is that the courts turn a blind eye. Go ahead, I'll fight them. And that's what I did. All right, young G's. I just talked to one of my little young hood cats today. He's staying out of trouble. Everybody else he knows going to jail, getting locked up, and all that. Let me tell you something. When you go to prison, see, here's what they don't do in jail. See, in jail, you're supposed to do your exercise. You're supposed to prepare yourself for prison. You know where you're going. Get your exercise in, man. Fuck all the dumb stuff. Push-ups, calisthenics, sit-ups, whatever. You're going to need it. You get to prison, how can you tell? See, I've been there so long that anything pop off, like if there's a murder, get ready to happen, how can you tell? Here's what I used to do. I come out of my cell on the yard. I knew all the groups in the white guys and the blacks. I knew all the tough people. The yard was quiet. You know, everybody's in huddles.
What you mean out in the yard? Everybody?
Yeah. They start clicking up, right?
Something's great go on.
Yeah, something ready to go off. And I spotted right off the man. I said, and then I can peep around and to determine just by what group it's gonna come from, right? Just by how they grouped up, right?
How you know it wasn't coming to you?
Let me tell you something, man. I don't care what nobody say about me.
Mm-hmm.
You can't count on one hand. No, three fingers on one hand. How many people is dumb enough to come after me? I never worried about it. They know they come after me, they got a serious fight on their hands. It's just the way I fought. But I can always tell when a murder, you know, I can tell when it's going to be a fight or a murder. When it's going to be a fight, it's like 2-3 people together. Somebody's trying to talk to this person. I got your back. I ain't going to let nobody jump in it, this and that, go do this and that. When it's going to be a murder, they group off in large groups. You got somebody watching the yard office where the guards be at. So, you got somebody watching on this end where the guards make their rounds. I said, no. Somebody get ready to get killed. The doors open. Inmates come out, go to the yard. I'm sitting there watching. Then I see somebody get up, somebody give him a knife, he go do it.
Just that easy.
Yeah. Love killed, they call him Dylan. He's on the streets right now. Gregory Dylan. He killed 2 ladies. He killed one lady he was going with. And then while we was locked up, some girl sent him $5,000. He sent it back to her. I said, why you send it back to her? He said, because I'm going to kill her when I get out. He just fronting. He went out and did exactly that. Took his sis. I read the transcript. Said he hit her so hard in the eye that her eye was knocked back in the socket of her brain. He beat her to death. But here's the point. Her brother, he come to prison and they had him in the yard office where they put you at when you first come in there, the nurse will come down there, ask you some medical questions and all that, take you to the property room, get your stuff, put you on the yard. Bob Nick was his name. And the guy whose sister he killed. So Bob Nick sitting in the yard office, so they go down there and tell Dylan, Bob Nick, the guy whose sister you killed, he's in the yard office. Dylan walked out of the shower, butt, asshole, naked. Barefooted, soap all running down his body. Walked up the stairs and walked the loop, walked right over to the guard's office, peeked in there at Bob Nick and told him, yeah, I killed your sister, and I'm gonna kill you, bitch. The guard didn't hear it. And he left, went back to the shower.
How did he get all the way over and naked?
He walked.
The guards, no guards seen him or nothing?
They had to see him. They didn't say, look, let me tell you about these guards, man. Them guards in there think that inmates tell them everything. You know, like if I say, yeah, my nizzle, the guards know what they mean. Yeah, my nigga. They know all the slang talk. You got inmates that sit there and tell them all our languages, all our little secret codes. That's why when they read your letters, you send, like if I wrote you a letter and told you, man, when you come and see me, I might say, man, when you come and see me, man, a strip. You know, that's some strips they get in to get the stuff off of for dope.
Mm.
And you think the guards
they
don't
put it
know?
in the letters?
Yeah. They think they're going to put it in a code, send it to the street. They not already picked the code up. They know what it means. And when your woman comes to prison, hey, baby, I didn't want to really do this because I ain't never been in no trouble. But for my man, I do that. As soon as she do it, they lock her ass up. They been waiting on her. And so I'm going to tell you something else about prison.
Hold on, let's back up a little bit. So he walked over naked, told dude he was going to kill him too. He killed his sister.
Let me tell you about love kill. The person I'm talking about, Dylan, I never met nobody in my life as hard as him. That's the one that broke the police handcuffs in the project. That Rogelli, my brother, was talking about, telling people. He's the same one, this Dylan, that all the young people come to prison, they mess with him. Hey, Dylan, your mama's a whore. You hear her laugh, say, okay. But when somebody died in their family, he's gonna lay it on them thick. And he told Twyman Reed, what's wrong, Twyman? He's sitting out there on the loop crying. He said, my grandmama died. He said, did you love her? He said, yeah, I love her. He said, you love her that much, dig the dirty bitch up. Twyman just bust out laughing because he know he messed with Dylan. He couldn't do nothing but laugh. But that's the type of person Dylan is. So he walked up to that yard office and told Bob Nick, yeah, I'm the one that killed your sister and I'm going to kill you, bitch. What did Bob Nick do? He told the guards he feared for his life. And they sent a helicopter to take him up out of there. So Dylan wouldn't get him. You kill my sister, you got that to do, bro. You're going to have to kill me.
For sure.
You know, I don't care if you kill me or not. I'm going to get a punch in somewhere, and you're going to feel that for the rest of your life if it don't kill you, right? I'm going to get a good one in. But that's the type of stuff I had to live around. See, you young guys go to prison, and y'all think it's biscuits and gravy. It ain't. A lot of people on the streets, false friends and stuff, they'll set you up when you go to prison. They'll set you up to get robbed, set you up to get killed, set you up to get raped. And that's how they do it. Prison is a dog-eat-dog world. That's why I hung by myself, fought my own battles. And you still got people talking about it. The battles that I fought in. I'm the one that changed the prison system. It wasn't nobody else. I did it. When I fought them people, I fought them until they changed, bro. All the way around. And then when I could finish my work, I get out. Then I got a message for everybody that is getting ready to go to the penitentiary. That don't want to listen to nobody. You want to keep doing all this stuff. Know this. When the police run up on you, you outnumbered. Best thing you can do is surrender. If they got you pent up. When you go to prison, not jail, prison is different from jail. Jail got people waiting on doing time. Prison got people that's been in there 2-3 decades. Frustrated, angry and stuff. And they usually got cliques in there. And like I told you, I hung by myself. I fought my own battles. I ain't need no crew. So what do you do? I was outnumbered all the way around. Inmates, guards. I'm fighting everybody. Gangs and stuff. Just me. I'm outnumbered. These people got weapons. Knives, pipes, all this stuff. The guards got weapons all the way up to the gun. So what do you do when you're outnumbered? See, they got a thing now. Here's what the young dudes is doing now. You think that, when they go to prison, they scared. I'm going to tell you, these gangsters be shooting people out here, scared to death when they get locked up. They be hoping that you put them in a prison where they know a lot of people and have a lot of friends for safety reasons, because they know they can't fight. So they click up 5 or 6 young dudes, they together every day. It takes 6 of them to make 1 man out of them. And here's what they do. They'll walk in your cell, shut your doors, all 6 of them, and they got weapons. And they'll tell you, look, man, we just want the canteen. We're going to leave you $20 of it, but we taking the rest. We taking $105 worth. If you try to fight us, we're going to beat you unconscious, bro, and we're going to take everything. The best thing you can do is just give us the stuff, man. Now, if you break bed and you say, man, fuck you. One of them going to go for your legs, and the other one's going to be swinging their weapons. You might get a lick or 2 in, but you're going down. So the ones that going for your legs, they're going to get you. You're going to go down, and then when they get you on the ground, they're going to beat you ungodly. Now, here's what you do when you're outnumbered. Do what I did. Get you a lotion bottle, fill it up with shit, and let it be known that's what you pack. Ain't nobody gonna mess with you. They scared to death for that, man.
So nobody got a chance to grab your legs and throw you down. That's what
man, they not, man, if they run in my cell and I pull out a bottle of shit, I say, look, you might get me, but I'm spraying all you motherfuckers with shit. They gonna leave my cell, bro. If I didn't have that bottle, I got 6 wild, they like wild dogs. And even though I can fight, I ain't gonna lie, I'll go down. I'll go down. And when they beat them, they'll beat the inmates so bad that he got to get hooked up to a life-saving machine. It was a bunch of them from Easton. Big old complaint, lawsuits and everything was filed against that prison because of all the people. Inmates was ended up on life-saving support. They done had their brains beat all the way out, and the guards don't know who did it. Ain't nobody talking. When you go to prison, get you a lotion bottle, clean it out, fill it up with duty. Shit. And I bet you ain't nobody gonna mess with you. Nobody. When they know you got that, ain't nobody gonna step to you, man. You think somebody wants shit sprayed on them? I knew every little psychological thing, advantage. I was more into the man because they had a lot of people coming there, young guys and stuff. Just, I mean, you can tell when, I said, damn. I used to watching when they work out and stuff.
You tell when they didn't have no strength and
man, when they picked their strength and shit up, I said, ooh, I hate to fight him. So I used to come up with a plan.
So if you can't lift heavy weights, you don't need to be out there in public throwing up 90 pounds because somebody gonna know you can't lift weights, right? They gonna know you're not strong.
No, that ain't the point.
Oh, okay.
They don't get, man, it's a lot of people that lift weights, suck dicks. Most of them that lift weights do. Majority. I mean, it's sad, and I hate to say it, but it's the truth. Majority of them in prison, they lift weights, suck dicks. They fuck ass, suck dicks, take it in the butt. I'm sorry, majority. Not all of them, but majority. And anybody else been in prison will tell you. I can go down and, man, they had one dude's chest was so big, he could set this cup on his chest like and do like it came out so far. But he sucked dicks. They got some more that'll run around, shoot basketball, can do whatever LeBron do. They can do better in the penitentiary. They can throw it through their legs. They had one dude that could touch his feet when he jump up the dunk and wiggle in the air and slam it backwards, either hand. Now, I don't know nothing about that particular person, but majority of them that I know, they can do all that sports stuff, football, sports, athletics. You go take a piss, walk in the bathroom, they bent over taking dick.
So I wonder if that's just that testosterone built up or something. Because you're talking about athletes and...
No, it's back to square one. How was a person before they came to prison?
So to you, if somebody just had to have sex every day of the girlfriend or their wife, and they went to prison, they can't turn that off after a certain amount of time.
No. They gonna want it more now. And all you gotta do is be smart. If you want some booty, you just gotta just be smart, man. You can talk them, they wanna do it. They wanna do it. Majority of them in there, they have gay sex, want to have it. You don't have to smack them and all that. Talk them out of it, man. They just in them.
Guaranteed.
Yeah. They're in a place now where they can do it without people knowing it. At least that's what they thought.
Well, I know we done said it before to these young men, and I wanna reemphasize, and I want you to go ahead and break it down one more time. Well, it won't be one more time. We're gonna keep on trying to beat it in their heads because we can't really give up on them. What are they expecting? You know, because if you out here, especially nowadays, when I was in the streets, the guys that was running around dealing, they was pretty big men. It seemed like now, most of these guys running around I don't know if it's because of the pills and the syrup and all this other stuff, but they more small men. That don't mean they're not tough. I'm just saying they're small. What do you say to them that on the path they headed down and what they expect when they get in there? As soon as they get in there. Well, today is different because they clicking up pretty early, right? As soon as
Yeah,
they get in
are.
there, it's other guys from their neighborhood or whatever locked up, so they clicking up with them pretty quick. But you saying they can still be touched even if they clicked up.
Yeah, I done seen it done before. I done seen a guy and his brothers. And a white guy walked up right in the middle of them and killed his brother in front of him.
They killed him.
Killed his brother, and he didn't do shit but run.
Oh.
Him and his whole little crew. And that white guy ended up dying in penitentiary like 20 years later. But he shouldn't have been allowed to
He lived that long with them there?
Yeah. Prison is a trip, man. I seen people coming out, the gangsters. I been hearing about them on the street. I said, where you from, bro? They say, Fleece, you ain't heard of him? Nigga, he said, man, tell Fleece, bro. Man, this nigga was getting money, bro. All the girls, all this shit. He was this, he was that. He ain't no joke. And some of them cans, I turn around and watch him turn red. Snitcher. You know why? This is what makes snitchers. When they doing good out here in the streets, they got girls, they making big money, got nice cars, got connections, got their own house, but they messed up and got caught and sent to prison. They don't want to stay in prison. Them type, prison bothers them because they used to the limelight, you know, the everything glitter. They ain't used to this living in a dirty ass prison around some inmates that is just creepy. So what they do, they'll contact the DA office. I want to make a deal, man. I know who killed this person, that person, this person, all this shit. And next thing you know, he's on his way home. His time that got reduced where he'll be out in a year or two, as opposed to being out in 40, 20 or 30 years. They snitching, man, big time. They got gangsters right here in Louisville, gangsters. I call them GI, gangsterettes. That's what they are, gangsterettes. I mean, they everything out there. They carry pistols.
They tough until they gotta go, huh?
Man, when them people lock them up and show them, here's what we got from you. We got drugs, weapons, pills, heroin. We got fentanyl. And you done been in prison. So, yeah.